Hi, good day everybody. Brian here. Today I'm just going to briefly demonstrate how I set up a free um, hosted WordPress site um, and with a free custom domain name. I normally do this for testing purposes, development purposes, proof of concept, you name it. You can use exactly the same if you have any other um, PHP based with MySQL based application. I mean, there's so many platforms to develop on um, besides WordPress. So you might have a need for something else than WordPress. But I'm going to do a WordPress site just for demonstration purposes. Even if you have like a bespoke development in using PHP as a development language and MySQL database, you can host your own application in exactly the same form, or using the same format. So without any further delay, let me get rid of myself and we can quickly run through the steps that I take. So just give me a second here. Okay, so first of all, head over to your favorite web browser. Doesn't really matter. Now what we want to do is we're going to start off with Infinity Free. There's a couple of free hosting options, but most of them are limited. Infinity Free, I've hosted some of my applications and sites and so forth on it since it started in 2016, and if I recall correctly, and they are still running today without any glitch. You will receive some sort of a notification if it's overused, but at that point in time, when you get to such a stage, you are more than likely ready to move over to a paid plan or a bigger server, whatever your needs may be. Now, I'm just going to do an Infinity Free sign up. So you just add your email, password, read the terms of agreement. I'm not a robot. Create a new account and immediately head over to your email, and you will receive a notification. Just click on the link. Now in my case, I already have an account, so I'm just going to go to infinityfree.net, and I'm going to go to, you can go here and sign up as well. We'll do exactly the same as the previous one. I'm going to go to the client area because I already have an account set up. I haven't done any preparation work for this video or anything like that, so we just go. I'm just going to go along as we go along. I might run into some problems, which is fine because you might run into similar problems. I just had a session now with a couple of junior WordPress developers, and that is why I'm doing this video, because everybody keeps on asking me, how can I run 10, 20 different applications and different websites? How on earth can I afford it? So like I said, I normally just use this up until a new startup, for instance. They can't afford it initially, all the cost that goes with a new web application. And if you do this way, by the time they see the benefits, they are more than willing to pay once you move them over to a paid plan or a bigger plan. As you can see, you will get 3 free sites. I already used 2 of them with their own custom domain. Now you can go ahead and just create an account once you have a new one set up. Now here you can have a subdomain and choose whatever name you might have, and and as your domain extension. These are, I normally use etpc.com, but you can use any one of the others, and then go and change your domain name once you register a domain name later on. For this demonstration, I'm just going to go ahead and set up a domain name beforehand. So, and for that I use Freenom. Now head over to Freenom and check availability for the domain name. I'm working on a new website for Power BI consultation work that I'm doing. So I'm just going to create a site called, you can use anything, this is just for testing purposes. So Power BI Intel, and I'll check the availability. Now it will show me all these domains are available. I'm going to use PBI Intel, and I'm going to sign get it now. Now this is the one problem that you're going to run into, and it's going to tell you it's not available. It's simply because you are not signed in. Now going through the sign in process is if there's enough people running into this problem and they don't know how to resolve it themselves, I will make another small little video and demonstrate, because it's quite unfortunately quite there's a bit more to it than just simply sign up. So, but I'm going to sign in, so hopefully you already have a Freenom account, and I'm just going to I'll talk to you as we go along, just to show you what I'm doing. Just to have a look, I found another video on YouTube which is quite good to show you how to get your Freenom sign up. Okay, so now once I'm set up now, I can just go and register a new domain. The same domain that wasn't available beforehand. Let's just see what will happen now. Okay, so get it now. That's it. Now we can check it out. So it will show you by default 3 months. I normally just select 12 months, because after 12 months of using a domain name, you will know whether you'll be willing to pay for it for renewal afterwards. Plus by that time all your development and testing and so forth will have been completed. Okay, just forgot to complete my order. You just have to bear with me here. Unfortunately, like I said, I haven't done any preparation work beforehand, so we might run into some problems, and as you can see, will happen. And we will see the new site that we just created is over there. Now you will see that now, instead of using, when I create a new account now in Infinity Free, instead of using the subdomain, which would have had that extension, I'm going to tell it I already have a custom domain, and the one that we just created. In my instance, it was Power BI Intel.ga, and it'll tell me it's available, and now we can go ahead and we can create the account. Now we are likely to run into problems here, but it's fine because this is exactly what I want to show you. As per normal, it will tell me it's invalid. Okay, let's just refresh this. Some of these things normally take a bit of time in between, but even if it tells you it's going to take another 24 hours, I found that within the next couple of minutes, if you come back, it will normally be fine. Okay, so let's just give it a try again. So that account hasn't been created. I'll tell it I want to use a custom domain. I use that one. And it's going to give me another error here. It's going to tell me that the domain name server is not showing. That's it. So your domain, the validation error is that your domain name is not pointing to Infinity Free. So how do we fix this? Just head back to the new domain that you just created. Manage your domain. And under management tools, you'll see your name servers. We're going to use a custom domain name, and we see that it needs to point to epic ns name server 1 at epic.com, and we're going to make that. And we know the second one is name server 2. And now we can change our name server. Now this is normally, once you do this name server change, it will tell you that it might take some time for this to change. I found that after a couple of minutes I can go back, and you don't need to wait. Sometimes they tell you it's going to take up to 24 hours. Now let's just see if we are lucky. There we go. It's only taken a couple of seconds. Maybe just do a couple of refreshes and so forth if you need be. Now while we add it, we can now use that. I'm just going to add a free Ssl certificate for that. These are all those that have been verified, and I'm just going to do a new one for BBI Intel.ga. You can choose yourself which would suit you best. Now I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just going to use this one because I've used it so many times before. It'll take some time before it becomes effective, and there's normally a couple additional steps to take. I'm not gonna delay this video to show you all that. Once again, if there's enough of you out there struggling with this problem, I'll make another video and demonstrate that for you. But let's head back to home, where we will find that our new site is set up with that custom domain name server. So now you can go, while they're setting up the account, I can just take this out of the video to make the video shorter, but let's just wait. Normally it only takes a couple of seconds. If you need to wait for they'll tell you it will take up to 72 hours. By my experience, it normally only takes a couple of minutes. So if you bear with me, there you go, it's fine. Now we go to our control panel. This is the great thing about Infinity 3. You've got your cPanel, total access to that. Just accept that, I approve. And obviously, if you have a PHP application that you developed yourself with a MySQL database, you will go into your file manager, and that's where you upload and do all the necessary things. Now we're just going to use an existing one, so you have all these options over here, setting up your emails and so forth. We're just going to use Softavius, and by default you have all these existing open platform and open source options if you have another use except for WordPress. But the question that all the students had that just been with me and in the past were on WordPress. So now I'm just gonna make sure everything points to the right. That's the extension that we're gonna use. I'm just gonna give myself another password and login to my WordPress website. And if you already know what theme you like to choose, you can choose the theme right here. I'm just going to use it, and it will install the default WordPress theme. Let's give that a couple of seconds to just do the installation, depending on your internet speed and so forth. There we go. Now you can head over. I'm just going to open it in a new link, see what we've got over here. It will normally take some time. Let's do a bit of a refresh here. No, I didn't want to do this, but doesn't really matter. Let's just see. Make sure your email, and most probably going to tell me it's already installed, but I'm just showing you this because it might happen. Rather just wait a couple of minutes and then go and open up your site again, and you will see, okay, everything is fine, it's installed. Let's give it another go. Okay, this section I'm gonna delete out of the video just to make it shorter, because this, all that's gonna happen here is we're gonna have to wait a couple of seconds for this website to totally get updated. Okay, here I'm back after a couple of minutes, and let's just let's head back to our infinity3.net, and we go to our client area again. Let's just see if everything has been propagated. Okay, it remembers me, so it immediately takes me over there. Now manage it, see everything is okay, everything is fine. And now let's see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, not much to it to get your own hosted web application. In this case, WordPress. You can do exactly the same for any of the other open source projects that you might want to use. Get yourself a free custom domain name, which is excellent for testing, development, and so forth, demonstrations, proof of concepts, and one way to okay, so as you can see, that was quite painless, quite easy, quite straightforward. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it, or might get some use from it. Until next time, then